Well, while health concerns really remain the priority here, economic fallout is coming into focus. And Mark Naymik has an update on the dollars the region is expected to lose and who could feel it first.
Big events mean big dollars. $9.4 billion to Northeast Ohio. The money supports the people who help pull them off. The crews that set up stages, cater parties, clean rooms, and serve our food. But precautions to slow the spread of COVID-19 are forcing event sponsors to cancel or postpone some of Cleveland's biggest events. The Mid-American Conference basketball tournament, worth about $14 million, called off today. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, which generated $36 million for our town in 2018, now postponed. The NCAA basketball tournament, likely gone, and with it, $8 million. As people stay home, hospitality industry workers and those employed at venues around town will likely feel the fallout first. But shortly after announcing the cancellation of the MAC tournament, Cleveland Cavaliers CEO Len Komoroski said some behind-the-scenes workers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse would be paid.
And as it pertains to our part-time workers, ushers, ticket takers, security, otherwise, who would have otherwise worked the event, they will be compensated as if they had worked.
Fewer spending also means fewer hotel and ticket taxes. Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson said this week such concerns are not top of mind.
What I'm considering is whether or not we are prepared.
Mark Naymik, 3 News.